Hey, Diane DeWald with CreativeCatCrafts.com. Welcome back to the channel. And this is day number 2. And this is what day number 1 brought, was this ornate frame die. And here's just a recap of what I did on day 1. And I'll have a link down below for day 1. And as I go along, I'll have a link for each of the day videos so that if you missed one and want to go back, you can do so. So Gina K has already revealed day 2. So here we are. It's this really stunningly cute, it's called a paper hug. And you have these cute little, oh, it would help if I had the stamp right side up. But you've got a pair of 3 different animals. So little raccoons, got little foxes, and then some little whales over here, and little hearts, and there's love, bestie, BFF. There's a birthday wishes, sending warm and loving wishes, and sending a paper hug. And then the last is you're my one and only. And you got these cute little hearts. So I've gone ahead and I stamped and cut out a bunch of the animals, the sentiments, and then I went a little crazy and capitalized on day 1. Let me get you in a little closer so you can see some of these details. I think this set is just so cute. So I used my Prismacolor pencils and colored these on in. The coloring is not the greatest, but I wanted to do ornate frame, and I wanted to do two-tone on some of these. So I've got, I believe this is red velvet, and I can't remember the pink. I'll have it all listed down below. And then this is from Master Layout 10. It's the label cut out and then the shadow layer as well. And then I just stuck that on the front, and I colored in these little raccoons, sending a paper hug. These are sequins from Cartwright Sequins. And I did not secure the insides. I put them on the inside. That way I can dress them up when I'm ready to send them out. But the fronts are already done. And these foxes are so stinking cute. And I colored them again with Prismacolor pencils. I did a better job on the foxes than I did with the raccoons. But this is the cadet blue and charcoal brown. I think you can see it's brown. It's not black, it's brown. You might be able to see the difference in comparing the two. And then I did a fun one in pink. I really, really like this one. But again, I colored them in with Prismacolor, and this is birthday wishes. I have a lot of nieces, more nieces than nephews, and this would be just cute to pull out and send a quick. And this is a card that we're going to recreate today. And I had originally cut the sentiments, the tags, out of the Whisper cardstock. And then when I was putting it on the white card base, I'm like, yeah, that's an awful lot of white space. So I decided to swap it out and do the tags in white, do a Whisper background with, this is actually, it's not the black onyx Gina K, it's Pop Tone black licorice, because it's 65 pound versus 80 or 100. I found that all of my Christmas cards using the heavier weight matting cardstock, I ended up having to increase my postage. So we're going to do something very similar to this. So I've already got out, so this is the decorative tags. This one was from the Decorative Tags, and it was this one here. And we're going to use something a little different. I grabbed the Tag Trio. I'm going to pull you back out. Whoa. Don't know what was happening there. I moved it around. I didn't know I could do that. Oh, hang on. Okay, there we are. Whoops. So since I had this out, I say so a lot. I'm going to try to be better about that. I have this Tag Trio set because I am making tags for a bunch of Christmas gifts. My husband's family Christmas is this coming, well, it's a week from today, because today is the 13th. So it is actually a week from tomorrow. And I needed a bunch of tags, so I used these for the gifts. But for this next card that we're going to actually make on film, I'm using the smallest. And I cut this out of Neenah Classic Crest Solar White, 110 pound, because I just wanted to have a little bit of substance. And I'm going to pause you, get this all set up for the next steps. Okay, I have my Misti with my double background grip mat in it, and we're going to go ahead and do this tag first. Let's get the right side, stitching right side up, and I'm going to try to line that up so that the tag is straight, because we're going to do sending you a paper hug, and I want this to be straight. I think that's straight. Nope. It was not straight on the lines. And this is, the tag is straight. Oh, that's way out of whack. There we go. Perfect. Okay. And I'm going to use my Memento Tuxedo Black and just ink that up and just kiss it, because we're going to do this a couple times. And I'm just going to let, I hold it down for a few seconds. I don't like moosh it, but I just hold it so that the ink has a chance to soak into the fibers of the cardstock. And I'm going to call that beautiful. So let me pull this up, put it aside, and I'm just cleaning it off, misting the stamp with a little bit of water, making sure I don't overspray. Clean that off and put it back where it belongs. And I think we're going to use these little fox. I think they're foxy. And I've already got my A2 card base. This is Neenah Classic Crest Solar White, 110 pounds. I get these from Cut Cardstock, and I have cut these out from Master Layouts 1. This is the 65-pound Black Licorice Pop Tone. And then I have Whisper and Neenah 80-pound Solar White. It's the Classic Crest Solar White. And this is going to be, that's for the inside, that white. Well, this is going to be our outside panel. And I'm going to do it this way. Nope. How do I want to do this? I don't like stamping right up against the edge, but we're going to, because how we're going to do this is going to be up here, and I want these little foxes down here. And to kind of balance the card out a little bit, we're going to put it just like that. So get that in there, and let's get these little foxies inked up. Same thing. Press and hold. Yep, needs a little more. The guy needs a little more. I call it a guy fox. Okay, and we are together. So while I even though this is a dye ink, I'm going to let this sit for a few minutes while I clean this up. And I'm going to glue a few things together on our actual card base. So we are done with the Misti. And let's get our inside done with the water so I can get that out of the way. So I'm just going to put the inside white panel on its black mat. And then I'm not going to glue it to the inside. yet. I will do that when I figure out who my recipient is. And go from there. Okay, so we don't need the matte layer yet. I have this and I have this panel. I'm going to put the cap back on my glue. I left it out off one night and I had to soak the nozzle in hot water to get it unplugged. So this is my process. I'm going to use the Ohuhu alcohol markers that I have. And this is my process of trying to figure out what colors I want. And you can kind of see I was playing around with one of the die cuts of the animals and just seeing how it was going to look before I actually put it to cardstock. And it does change a little when it's on the whisper, but that's okay. I'm perfectly fine with that. So why don't I do this? You can see, oh, come on, I can't hold these. My markers. The red one's hard to read. It is R8. It is geranium. I can hardly read the teeny tiny print. So I'm just going to use my little nib and do her flower. And I try to hold these up. It helps the spread of the alcohol. And we don't need the gray. The gray I used for the raccoons around their eyes. And we're going to use the E170 for the brown on these little guys, because I just think they're so cute. I should probably have a more red brown, but yep, this is what I have out and what we're going to use. I am not a professional colorist. Alcohol markers are not my normal medium. I don't do shading like you'll see on many of the other channels. If you're watching people on YouTube, that is just not my skill set. And it's like walking and chewing gum, coloring and talking at the same time. So if I go silent, I apologize. And I'm going to turn this around. You might be able to see it a little better. I just think, oh, that was my husband getting on his bike trainer. If you heard it in the background. I don't know if my microphone picked that up. Ah, this is doing a good job. I have not gone outside the lines yet. The Prismacolor pencils, and when I was spreading it with the Gamsol, yeah, I had the colored pencil all over. Oop, it just went on the inside. That's okay. Almost done, and then we can put this card together and we will be done. Isn't that pretty? I think that's just so cute. So let me move this out of the way, move you back a little, and oh, UPS just pulled up. Woohoo! I just have a few more Christmas gifts coming. I have one for my husband. I don't think it's going to make it here on time. So I've already wrapped a box with the order and said it's coming. How many of you have to do that? And the weird thing is, I ordered this particular item. Sometimes he watches my videos, so I'm not going to say what it is. But I ordered this at the beginning of November. And it's not going to make it here for Christmas. Most everything else has made it where it needed to be. I shipped my East Coast family beginning of December. I sent my Christmas cards out beginning of December. Oh no, I don't know what that is, and I don't know if this is going to take it off. I have a little bubble there. I don't know what happened. Sand eraser to the rescue. It's taking most of it. So I had a little bit of I must have had some ink on my finger, and the sand eraser took away most of it. If you can catch it early enough, you can alleviate it. So I have a big spool of this faux leather cording. It's what I used here, and then I just glued the ends down. So I'm just gonna fold it through on itself and gently pull, because if you pull too hard on this, you'll rip the cardstock there. Get it to lay pretty. And what I might do is I'm going to lift this up just a little in the back, and I'm going to put a dot of glue under it. Okay, there we go. Oh, that's too much glue. There we go. That way it's not going to fall off of there. And then I can leave these loose. So let me clean my fingers off. And I'm going to use, you can use foam squares, whatever foam adhesive that you have to pop this up. I'm just going to put one on each corner and then one in the middle to kind of give it a little bit of anchor. I'll clean those up here in a minute. Ooh, that doesn't want to come off. Yeah, I still have some glue residue on my fingers. I seriously need to clean this white mat. It is filthy dirty. So, sending a paper hug. Oh, too far down. It's too close to the foxes. There. Is it straight? Not quite. There. Okay, it's on. And then I'm just going to trim these just like that. Let's get some embellishments going. I used on this one the splatter stamp from the seasonal patterns and phrases. I love this spatter. But we're going to use some gemstones because I want to add a little pop color. Let's see. I think let's just really add some color. Yes, I have a lot of Cartwright's gemstones. I just think they're fabulous. There's so many colors. Okay, just throw a bunch of them out there and had some excess glue on that. So let's do one here, one here, one here. I'm trying to do them in a triangle. And I'll get my pokey tool. This is actually the wax pick and stick from Gina K. And I'm going to use the smaller guys. And these sequins, they have a concave. So I'm just making sure that I've got them the correct direction. I think that's just super cute. And then this guy, do I want to put some red on here? Sure, why not? Can never have too much bling, right? Put 2 there, and then we'll put 1 up here. Let's get a medium one. And then another medium here. We'll get a smaller one. Put right there. Perfect. Oh, I love it. I think that's gorgeous. So, thank you so much for joining me today and coming along on this journey. I hope you are participating in as well and enjoying this journey. And even if you don't have the 12 days of Christmas box, find something in your stash that you can substitute, and then you can join the fun. I think these cards are so fun. Again, thank you for joining me. If you have not yet subscribed to my channel, if you would click that like button down below, hit the subscribe button, and then there's a notification bell. If you will click all, so that the next time I upload a video, you get a notification. So thanks so much again for joining me, and I will see you tomorrow. And until then, happy stamping.